Boys issues.
I need to check mine
Welcome back to Rogers TV live on our website. Today we're going through day 2 of OFSAA Lacrosse 2024 Championship. Super stoked to be here. Lots of great lacrosse to be played. Checking out the semifinal right now, which is between the Holy Cross Hurricanes and Governor Simcoe Redcoats. I'm joined with my partner here. Intro.
Yeah, I don't know if my mic is working, but it's Jason Rudge, coach of Huntsville High School, just helping out, watching some great action and a great finish on a man down.
Yeah, beautiful transition work there. And you know what? The Redcoats are so athletic, they're going to be looking to do that all day. Because they've got a really good group of athletes here. I think if I'm a coach, I'm definitely going to be looking to push as much as possible. And it's hard to score 6-on-6, isn't it, Jason?
It is, for sure. And to be up 2-0 this early in the first quarter, it's a great start for the Governor Simcoe team.
100%, and this is actually a rematch from last year. So this time last year, these two teams played. Governor Simcoe came out with a 12-4 W. So I was talking to the coaches pre-game, and you know the Hurricanes have definitely not forgotten about that loss. They think they owe these guys one. So I think it's going to be high emotions and obviously, a good gritty battle here. Back into the action. Redcoats with the ball. Redcoats in white and red. Hurricanes in black and green.
Let's see how they settle down here and what the defense Holy Cross has in store to see if they can stop this potent offense.
Yeah, if you're coaching against this group, what's your strategy, you think? Are you trying to slide early? Are you trying to stick to your matchups? What do you think?
I think you got to stick to the game plan, right? Know who their guys are and make sure you're keying on them. But I think sliding early and fast in recovery is going to be key for their success today.
100%. The biggest thing with a talented group, especially with the Redcoats, right? And Great ride, and then followed by an errant pass going towards the sideline. Looks like it might go off the out. Oh, wow, big hit. Smoked on the end line. And it looks like it's going to stay black ball, too. That is a juice play for the Hurricanes. If I'm on the bench, I'm going crazy. And another great ride here. Lots of turnovers being created. The Redcoats are going to be looking to ride really hard all day and hopefully not be doing that after they ride the ball back. That's 2 times in a row now. They ride the ball back. And I think they just got to be a little bit more composed in those situations, right? I think maybe just settle down and don't try to force things.
No numbers. I think you just got to pull that out and wait for your personnel to get on to help you.
Yeah, I don't really think there was an advantage to that pass, right? Even if he catches that ball, I don't think he's even in a good spot to finish.
He's got to realize he doesn't go over and back there, and he can't get over. He hasn't been in the box.
Great point, actually. So all the viewers that are watching right now, you have to make a pass. I'm not sure if you can see that blue line. It's a blue string line on the field. Once you make it past that line, you are no longer allowed to go back over half. So that would be the over and back in this league. Back into the action. 11 top center with the ball.
It's a key possession here. Hopefully they can get one and get back in this game.
100%.
Strong defense.
Just not finishing the plays here from the Redcoats, though.
Maybe a little bit of nerves, holding it tight a little, sticks a little tight.
Well, you know what? I was talking to the head coach before the game. There are a lot of new faces on this squad, a lot of young guys, and
inside finish.
Big finish there. Gets the Hurricanes on the board.
I got the goalie.
It's a 2-1 ball game.
Yeah, I might have had it on 4.
And again, that's off of Redcoats. They cause a turnover there in the clear. Actually, let's take a look at this goal real quick. What a handle.
Great recognition by the top man to find the inside for the finish.
Absolutely. Catching that ball, cross body too. Being able to put that in the back of the twine. Hey, that's a skill play right there. With the pole draped all over it.
Oh, big draw win there to get this possession to hopefully tie this game up.
Yeah, 77, Drew Calderwood has been an absolute dog. At the face-off X, workhorse. You know, he's a guy you love to have on your team. Hurricanes looking to set up in their settled offense, getting personnel on the field. DJ Crow with the ball.
Great patient defense. McGovern Simcoe waiting for them to attack.
And it's interesting, the Hurricanes are set up in an open set right now, which is going to force, more than likely, Governor Simcoe to slide adjacent. So, as a coach myself, I don't like to slide adjacent, but you know, obviously in an open set, that's typically what you do. Errant pass.
A little high. Let's see if they can, you know, get their personnel out, get this ball back.
Yeah, you can definitely tell the emotions are high here. The players are probably a little bit nervous in the semifinal action. Big crowd here in Keswick on the turf field. And just like that, the ball is cleared.
Looks like they're trying to lock off number 9 on Governor Simcoe.
Yeah, so if you can see on the stream, viewers back home, number 9 on our screen, Ari Steinhaus, very talented player. The Hurricanes are going to be looking to basically face guard him all game and not allow him to get the ball.
We may have a mismatch here as we have a short stick defender.
And that is the problem with face guarding at times. And look, they look to slide early here and hold the double, actually. Ari Steinhaus muscling his way. Look at the behind the back pass up top. Moves it one more. Now it's Sutter with the ball. Sutter Pilo. Tries to force it inside, and once again, it's not there.
Just trying to make too much happen with a little bit of space.
And the thing is those opportunities are going to be there. It might not be in the first 30 seconds of possession.
Timeout called there.
And a warranted one, I think.
Yes, great. You had a close defender that took the ball down. Great time to settle down the troops and come up with a game plan and maybe get back to that original game plan and not play their game.
Yeah, I think it'll give the both teams an opportunity to really just kind of take a breath here. It's been kind of helter-skelter back and forth, lots of caused turnovers in the ride and the clear. Some uncharacteristic decisions being made from some really talented players. So I think this timeout will be good to get them settled in.
We'll see what they come out. They're going to have their settled offense here, their proper 6 on the field as they'll start. And we'll see if they can put something together and tie this game up at 2.
Absolutely. And quick tip to any coaches back home, always pay attention after a timeout. If you're watching NCAA lacrosse, high school lacrosse, whatever it is, the NOL, always pay attention after a timeout because they're probably going to come out with a set play or some kind of set look, and it's really fun to study those. So like Jason's saying here, we're going to have a set play. It's going to be interesting to see what they come out with.
Yeah, it might be 2-1. I think white.
Looks like Drew Calderwood is going to go grab that ball. I imagine they'll probably stick a pull on him to start things off.
Let's see if he can use his speed on this play.
Yeah, interested to see what the Redcoats do too, because what if they come out with a zone?
Looks like they're going to 1-4-1. Nope. Oh.
Might be a double mumble action.
Yeah.
Whistle is blown. Check this
double
out.
pick.
Oh, double down. A little box and cross action for you. 34 drive in the middle. Slide comes from the adjacent. Takes a step to the sideline. Throws a BTB pass. Not necessarily the one you'd want to throw in that scenario, but Black comes out with the ball regardless.
Great hustle. Great hustle to find that ball.
Championship game, right?
Oh, backdoor slide. Great play.
Big.
And they have numbers here.
That's Lachlan Beliveau pushing the ball in transition. Hits the one more, another one, and the ball's in the back of the cage. Textbook. Fast break. It's 3-1.
Nice play on the long stick there to get that check, get the ball. Like usually I see that long stick, I'm surprised he passed that. Usually they would take that shot.
I was hoping he would pull up myself because I thought that he earned the opportunity and nobody was really sliding to him. Or at least it came late rather. Regardless, 2 passes later, it's in the back of the net. Unselfish lacrosse after a great cause turnover by Lachlan Beliveau. Ensuing face-off.
Great battle at the X.
Yeah, both guys working really hard to get that clamp. Once again, the Hurricanes come out with it.
Looks like we're getting close to the end of the first quarter here. Let's see if they can capitalize on this last possession. Don't see the clock on over there. Is the timer on? So we're still above 30 seconds.
Hurricanes really playing patient and slow here.
High pick.
Yeah, they're really looking for that 2-man game. Great step to the sideline there. Good fundamentals from 77. Drew Calderwood. That gets moved over to Anthony Faraci. Back to Calderwood. He dips and dances around. Couple defenders there. Slide comes to his face. That's not the guy you want to be dodging against. Lachlan Delafoe. Oh, some extracurricular activity.
Flag down on the play.
Calderwood hits the deck after a bit of a high check from Lachlan there.
I think we're going to have a penalty for Governor Simcoe here.
These referees are basically just littering on the field with these flags. I've got 1, 2, 3 flags down right now. Check out this instant replay, right?
Yeah, I think it was off behind the play.
Yeah. Nonetheless, Hurricanes will go to the power play.
Great chance to get one here.
Nice soak block shot from number 5, Ryder Newton. Or sorry, excuse me, Reed Oates. Hurricanes still with the ball. We start at X.
Gonna move it a little quicker here.
Tries to get above GLE, and the goalie just absolutely gobbles that up.
I think they just need to move the ball a little bit more, get that defense to rotate so that they can have that easy shot.
Couldn't agree more.
Great use of the goalie on the man down clear here.
Yeah, essentially just playing keep away, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. 3-1 for the Redcoats after a pretty helter-skelter first quarter. What are you seeing out there?
Yeah, I think they're settling down, right? The first half of that quarter, I believe the guys were just maybe a little bit of nervous. First game of the day, holding their sticks a little tight, and maybe just trying to make a little too much happen. I think they just need to realize the game's fun again and go out and enjoy the game that they love.
Yeah, people often forget in these big moments, right? You got to remember to have fun and really enjoy the moment. When you're playing tight, you're playing anxious, it's not fun. You got to remember the reason we play this game is to have fun. Obviously, winning is fun, having said that, but it can't be gripping your stick too tight.
Yeah, camera 3 is...
yeah, and I know it's a hot day out here on the turf, so hopefully these guys are, getting in the shade over there and getting some water and replenishing, and the coach is probably just trying to reset things, right? What he talked about before the game. Trust the systems, trust what they've worked on all year to get here.
Right in the way
Got to trust the process. Speaking with the Hurricanes head coach before the game, pretty low-scoring affairs for their first 2 games yesterday. 6-3 and 5-4 W's over their opponents. So they're a very defensive-minded team, which is a very interesting matchup because obviously these Redcoats are very high-powered on the offensive side of things. So it's a interesting stylistically matchup here today.
Yeah, we haven't really seen, I think, that offense that you're talking about from Governor Simcoe yet.
No.
They're not really settling the ball. I don't know if they're getting the right personnel on, but that could be something that's coming up.
Speaking of which, talking with the head coach from Governor Simcoe, he said the thing he loves most about his team is that they're balanced everywhere. They're not necessarily super high-powered on offense or high-powered on defense. I think, obviously, they've got some really good key players on the offensive side of things, but he thinks they're really balanced and there's no really weak spot for them. So, definitely a nice thing to have as a coach, being able to trust your players on all sides of the ball.
Here we go. We're going to come out. I don't know if that penalty was still in there, so it may be a possession or it could be a draw ball.
We didn't get the time. I would assume it would obviously be minimum 1 minute. We'll find out.
It looks like he still may be in the box, so this might start in possession. Maybe not.
It should. So if you retain possession while there is a penalty, quarter to quarter, you do start with the ball in your stick.
Looks like White's starting with the ball. But they still are a man down. In a referee discussion, they're trying to figure out the call.
Should be white ball. Just
there we go.
do they get a free clear in this scenario?
Yeah, they'll just start with possession because they retain possession, and it should be where the ball was left, which should be in that
it should be in
far corner down there.
White's end.
But hey, Governor Simcoe gets the break.
I guess they get a free clear. If I'm Governor Simcoe, I'm saying why not?
Yep. The coach may be a little angry about that, but hey, that happens. It's a hot day out here. It's a hot day out here.
Got to roll with the punches. Conserve the energy on both sides. Still got a championship game after this. So
looks like we're all even here again.
Yeah, so would have been a 1-minute penalty for viewers back home. That has expired. What a rip from Sutter Pylon there. Just over the cage. I think the defender may have gotten a piece of it. Quick restart off the end line. Redcoats still with the ball. Looks like they're trying to settle in here. Try to get something set up. Ari Steinhaus, a little two-man action. That gets moved over to the wing.
Oh, good recovery there on the defender.
A shot from number 33, Kieran Rayner. Over the cage, quick restart at X. Redcoats still with the ball. I think this is more than likely the longest possession we've seen. Little flip pass to Ari Steinhaus. Steinhaus with it now. Moves it to the crease. He's all alone. And a beauty finish on the crease. Nice find from Steinhaus. 4-1.
If you look at the replay here, it was just a slide and there was no backside help. No recovery, and they left that guy in the crease wide open.
Yeah, and that flip pass right at the beginning of the play seemed to kind of confuse that defense. That Pole was trailing behind Ari there, and he didn't really recover. So I think he's just got to get underneath those picks in the future to prevent that separation from happening.
Great settled possession, and maybe what they talked about at halftime, that they just need the ball longer in their sticks and just let things happen, and it came together there for one more.
Face off. That goes immediately to the sideline and out of bounds. And it appears to have gone off the
Redcoats. Won that
Redcoats.
too clean, and it just went out of bounds.
Too fast, too good. But it is black ball nonetheless.
Very key possession here for Holy Cross. Hopefully they can bounce back here with a long possession themselves.
Yeah, I'd love to see the Hurricanes settle things in here. Definitely want to keep the ball away from that matchup. Sullivan Russell looking to fan out. But now it is Cam Ryan with the ball. He's going for a little run. A little jog around the field. Tries to dish that to his teammate.
Found it.
Crow. He gets it, and he looks like he's going to want to carry to X. Well, he might just go hang out at GLE, and he does. Looking for some off-ball cutters here. Verace now with it. He might not be the biggest guy on the field, but he's got some good stick skills, let me tell you. That's back to Crow, and Crow sends that one over his teammate. It's going to be Redcoats' ball.
Forced that one a little too far and a little too high. Hopefully they get on a quick ride here and get the right guys on the field and get this ball back.
The verbiage that we use a lot is just shorten the pass. Use your feet to shorten the pass and make that a 15-foot pass as opposed to 30, right? So easy fix. Hopefully not too many more of those for the Hurricanes here today. Redcoats on the clear. They get that over half.
One man clear.
Yeah, this kid, number 8, Dylan Rawson, has got some wheels, to say the least. They're looking to have him clear all day today.
Looks like they're settling in for another long possession here. And Holy Cross may need to push out a little bit more to put a little pressure on them to hopefully they can make those, forced passes and get the ball back. Oh, we got a big little there. Now we got a mismatch on a short stick.
Yeah, great little pick play there to get the matchup that Steinhaus obviously wants. He's going to take this to X, and he's definitely going to be looking to go. And he does, forced to his wrong hand. Carries up to around the island, turns back towards X. He's still got it. Sends it over to Pylon. Pylon looks to get over GLE, sends one over the cage. Nice little take there, and nice hustle play from the Canes. Running towards that ball off the end line and forcing the turnover.
Yeah, they just didn't have that backside cover on behind the net to regain that possession. Great play.
Talk about hustle plays in the championship. We're witnessing one right now. And this ride is just absolutely suffocating the Canes. Late hit here. Look at the flags hit the ground. It's raining flags yet again. It's the second time we've seen 3 flags on the field. This game's chippy.
Down here. We see a cross check there when the guy was down. And then we have a late hit.
Directly in the numbers, too. You can't do that.
I think
and the slashes as well.
Two calls on white and one on black there.
So Black comes out man up.
No penalty. Oh, and another flag.
I'll find the Canes. Sorry, go on.
Somebody looks like they were talking out a speaker complaining about that call.
And you just can't have that. You can't be talking to the refs as a player. Am I right about that?
Or wait, maybe they did have too many on the field.
Well, they can't blow that play in if they have too many on the field. So that would technically be on the refs, but hey, 6-on-4 now.
3 in the box.
Oh, is it 3 in the box? So it's a 6-on-3.
Yeah.
Or 5-on-3 rather. Look at the junk on that shot. Curve the bullet. Braxton Howard with a sidearm.
This is their opportunity there. They need to take advantage here, possibly call a timeout after the goal to stop those penalties and win the draw.
Get the ball back to Aids for that rip. Look at the junk on it, man. It is.
Another flag down.
Look at it. We are flag happy here. Let the boys play a little bit here. It's championship game, or sorry, semifinal on championship day rather. I think you think they're calling this a little too tight, or maybe they're just trying to keep it under control. I personally like, effort plays. Things get a little chippy, but obviously there's a fine line.
They're just trying to keep this game under control, and hopefully these guys can settle down and just start playing some lacrosse.
Yeah, I definitely do not want the chippiness to take away from the actual game. Kane's still on the power play here. Nice skip pass, good find. Bounce shot goes over the cage. It looks like, yes, the Redcoats. So same thing we saw on the other side of the field. Redcoats answer with a nice hustle play towards the end line. They get the ball back here, looking to clear. That gets sent up to number 14, Max Delosio. And it looks like the Redcoats are going to take a timeout here.
Smart.
Timeout.
Got a long stick, probably an open defender, and LSM. Just hustle the play out and not have much help. And they're a man down, I believe, still. Great call on the coach there.
Now, if I'm man down in this situation, you want to expect there's going to be a double on the ball carrier.
They should give a ball. The offense should start with a fast man with the ball, and then they should give them 2 long stick defenders to try to double right off the hop here. And they hope that Governor Simcoe hope that they can beat that and go to the net. when Holy Cross is going to want that ball and get that possession to possibly take advantage of this extra man and try to get one back in this game.
Always interesting to hear the thought process of different coaches throughout the course of a game. It's been a pretty good matchup so far. Tempers are flaring, flags are hitting the ground. Emotions are high. Two teams that definitely want to win this game.
We are in a semifinal game. These guys want it. They've worked all year, right? They got to put it together to make it into the finals.
And let's remember, these two teams, they played each other last year. And, talking with the head coach before the game, the Hurricanes haven't forgotten about that loss, that 12-4 L from last year. So, as I said earlier, they're playing with a bit of a chip on their shoulder. And I think the Redcoats are also, answering the bell.
This game is still close. Game of runs, Lacrosse. They can easily get 2 and be right back in this game.
100%. Now, let's see if they run something off the midline here if this double comes. And no, they won't go for the cucumber, as I like to call it. It's a trick play in Lacrosse, but nice little dodge through the middle there, and another errant pass. Going to be a turnover.
A little bit of pressure there, put the pressure on him, and he just made the, error on the pass.
And parents and kids back home, just take a step to the sideline in that scenario, right? Take the step to the sideline, clear your hands, and then move that ball. Canes clear the ball, get over half, and now they're going to settle in on the power play. Still 6-on-5. Good ball movement, and that's not the guy you want to leave alone. Opts to not put any spin on that shot. Still looking to go far pipe, though. That's 3 shots to that far pipe. 2 hitting the post and a crossbar. Quick restart, pass in the middle here.
All even here. We had a guy deep that just came out of the box.
And Pohl is just all alone here. It's Lachlan Belleville from earlier. He likes to push. And he likes to dish. Nice finish.
There it is.
Number 11, Cody McNeil, stepping through the shot. Stepping through the pass, rather. And hitting that low-to-low sting. So see how he steps through that ball? A lot of players will make the mistake of catching that ball with their feet standing still. Just by taking 3 steps in that scenario, he increased his angle, and that's what allowed him to be able to score that goal. Great habit to get into if you're an attackman. With that said, 4-1 Redcoats. Pretty tough not scoring on any of those power play opportunities for the Canes, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, you got transition, right? The fast game, you got to stop that. You don't want to play that fast game if you can't rotate and keep the ball to the net.
It is hard to score 6-on-6 in field lacrosse. 70% of the goals in the NCAA come off of transition or the ball being moved off the ground. Redcoats.
Another forced pass.
Yeah, once again, uncharacteristic passes. Canes back with it. They're set up in their clear. 2-pole base. And they're going to clear this real slow. There's no timer for the clear, so you don't have a set amount of time to get over the half line. So you can actually hold the ball here as long as you want.
We do have an open guy right in front of us here, but the goalie can't find him.
It's number 20, Anthony Ferracci. Like I said earlier, he might not be the biggest guy, but man, his stick skills are slick. I'd like to see him, like the Tendy here, push towards this attackman and look at the defense just fan up here. I think the attackmen for the Canes need to drop low, and these midfielders as well. Get the action away from the Oxboss
They're
side.
doing a great job, though, here of not forcing that ball and making the bad choice. Governor Simcoe's just sitting back waiting for them to make the mistake.
Yeah, they're being patient. And like I was alluding to earlier, there's no rush in this scenario because there's no timer in the clear. Again, in theory, you could take 5 minutes to get the ball over half line, which they do just now. Look at the hustle. Oh, that's not what you want to do.
Oh, flag on the play. I think we have a slash.
And wow, can we get an instant replay? I'm not sure if the broadcast picked that up. Number 98 on Canes, catching that flag out of the midair as it was tossed. But yes, Redcoats are going back in the box. They got to do something to stay out of here.
Did he go offside on that play, maybe?
I think it was an offside and potentially some chirping as well. Canes on the power play. Good ball movement once again. They just can't get their hands free. Shot goes over the cage. Still in Canes' possession.
I feel like they're just holding the ball too long and not getting that defense to rotate.
Not a lot of movement either, right? Like, no one's really cycling. They're playing in a 3-3, which, you know, it's obviously a great option, but let's see guys carry like this and then fill spots.
Mismatch up top here, we might have an isolation. Great defense.
That's Calderwood with it. Look at the happy feet on him. Really gritty defensive performance there. And it's a shot off the pass. Holy. Lightning out of a bottle from Crow.
Just place that offside stick, hip. Great place to shoot.
Yeah, right off the pass, too, that he received. Doesn't give the goalie much time to set up. Watch this. It's in and out of his stick. Boom.
Moving so quick, it was hard the camera to keep up with that one.
Yeah, good luck with that, broadcast team. Great shot, great goal. It's Crow getting goal number 2 for the Canes.
Hopefully that's a little momentum here for Holy Cross. You know, they're still down by 3, but if they're able to get one here, get this draw, and another settled offense, we've got a game in our hands here.
Oh, absolutely. Just what we wanted to see for a semifinal game. Off the draw, it's Rayner picking it up. Gritty play. He's going to slow things down and send that over the bench to, guess who? It's Steinhaus. Now, I think if I'm the Canes in this scenario, we probably want to get a long stick defender over to him, right?
I would think so, but it looks like they're trying to do that face guard again. We have 71 right there preventing Steinhaus from getting the ball. Lock them off, and I think they're just going to try to play 5-on-5 here.
Oh, wow, one more to the crease, and that is just too easy.
Great find off ball.
Yeah, Rayner dodging with his head up. Nice little cut there, following the slide. Or maybe we'll check out the instant replay. So, as you can see there, nice little dish. And yeah.
Just a little ball watching.
Nice
little ball watching. We didn't have the second slide. Great passing. And a solid finish, again, coming across in front of the cage to get the most of the net he can.
100%. I like the way he presented the target, too. You know, you could see that coming from a mile away. And just such an easy find for the Redcoats. Too much time and space.
Great answer for Governor Simcoe after letting that second goal get past them. But then they do that.
Again. Now, with all the turnovers, like this score could be vastly different. But I think they got to be into the double digits, I think, with errant passes and getting beat to the end line. Uncharacteristic for them. But once they settle in on 0, they're getting the looks they want. It's Calderwood.
We're under 30 seconds here in the half.
And look at Calderwood getting a little extracurricular after he moves the ball. That slide was coming.
Tried to rush it a little bit, but ran out of time.
Got the rest. With the ball.
Great half
so for the
cross.
So for the folks back home, that is the end of the second quarter there, and obviously the first half. Yes, excellent first half of lacrosse here. Governor Simcoe leading the way. 5-2. 6'2". Scores coming from multiple different guys on the team, which is good to see. Unselfish lacrosse. But lots of turnovers from both squads.
Looks like they're cleaning up a little bit from the first quarter, but we're still seeing some of those forced passes or long passes, right? I think they're just trying to maybe still do a little too much out there.
Yeah, the thing I always like to remind myself is, 99% of these guys play box lacrosse, right? Where, you only have 30 seconds on offense to be able to find an opportunity. And then obviously, 30 seconds later, you get another one. But I think that, these guys being in junior A seasons, junior B seasons, maybe that kind of translates over into the field game as well. Trying to force things a little bit too quickly, and they forget that they have literally unlimited time to be able to create something offensively.
Yeah, for sure. That internal, shot clock is hard to learn when they're young, but as they get older, they get in the habits and they think they got to keep going quick kind of thing. I would love to see a shot clock in the high school game eventually for field lacrosse, just to keep the play moving, especially later in the games when coaches, they'll be strategic and utilize the clock and possession with a couple goal lead.
I'm so glad you mentioned that, because not having a shot clock in field lacrosse, it's very similar. I was saying this the other day. It's NCAA basketball back in the 1950s, where team would get a lead by 10, swing the ball around, win the game, right, for the rest of the game. So I like it just for the speed of play. It makes the game more interesting, in my opinion.
And it also takes a lot of the stress and the stall call on the referees, which is a very judgment call. When is it the right time to call it? When isn't it? So to help the referees and keep the game flowing, it's great to use. And then also, it'd be nice if they put the shot clock in that 20-minute clear clock, right? So they're pushing the play. They have to get it over half in 20 seconds. Just keeps that game going like we see in the NCAA. And also in Cleveland.
Great point.
Which is the Canadian University League.
Speaking of refs, today we've got Mark Sands as our head referee. He's joined by Chris Esperos and Jeremy Fansett for this semifinal action. Both teams resting up as we are about to head into the second half here. What do you think both teams have to do in terms of finding success and coming out with a W here?
Yeah, I definitely think that Governor Simcoe, having the four-goal lead here, I think they're just going to talk about trusting the game plan, what they talked about before. I think they've seen success on the settled, offense where they're moving the ball. They have to get the Holy Cross defense to move and hopefully just keep finding those guys. I think we've seen 2 or 3 just leaving the guys open and coming around the crease, and luckily their attackmen can finish every time. And then I think on the flip side, Holy Cross might be looking at to see how they can defend that backside help, right? I think it's a little more communication on the defense, and those guys are talking. And then I think, they have to maybe not slide so early on a few occasions, right? If you can't recover, it's tough to slide early. They need that backside help.
Yeah, I think what I'm hearing there is you got to be able to trust each other, right? Trust that your teammate can win that matchup. And speaking of the Canes, right, I think reverse transition should also be a main focus for them, because these Redcoats attackmen are just too good. They're going to bury 90% of the transition opportunities that they get if they're all alone or having up the hash opportunities. So big focus on, if you turn the ball over, get back in the hole.
I think going into the second half is possession is key. Possession is key, and whoever owns the ball, I believe, will be able to come out with the victory.
Time of possession, always an important stat in the game of field lacrosse.
Great look at that face-off.
Yeah, look at the pole coming out with the loose ball and the green cleats on him.
It's a huge loose ball and a big possession here for Holy Cross. Hopefully they talked about, settling it down, getting things moving, and capitalize here with the first possession of the second half.
That was number 8, Owen Thake. from the Hurricanes. Gritty play to set the tone for the second half here.
Always an asset to have a long stick that can get in there and get those loose balls on the draw.
Great for the sideline, too, to get fired up. Hurricanes looking to attack, and just another pass that...
I think that was just a great defensive effort to get the stick in the lane. The guy was open on the crease.
100%. We missed it on the backside of the play there. A little bit of pick play that arguably could have been called back, but regardless, Redcoats clear the ball, and now they're going to have a chance to set up in their offense.
Looks like Holy Cross is continuing with the face guard on Steinhaus.
And I think Steinhaus could very easily V-cut and create separation on his defender. That was a hit directly ahead.
Flag on the play. Got to keep it in the box here.
Both refs saw that one. He managed to get by him anyways. Oh my goodness, face dodge. Look at this. Oh, doesn't get the finish.
Flag on a hold, I believe. I think we're going to have a cross check and a hold on the same athlete.
And check it out. The ref actually had to throw his hat in this scenario because he ran out of flags to throw. So here's the first one, hit directly back to that. Oh no, this is the face dodge. This is the slash
here, I think.
Slasher. Yeah, there it is. There it is. And wow, what almost an electric finish from number 14 there. That was Max Delosio. It's not Delosio, it's Delosio.
Now you're making me hungry.
Great ball movement from the Redcoats. Just got to swing it to the other side, and they will. Bylon now with it. That gets sent over, and it looks like it's going to be a cannon from Steinhaus, but he sends it inside instead. And what a save from the Tendy. Ball's on the ground, helter-skelter. Who's going to come out with it? It's the Redcoats. And we've got another onslaught of flags being thrown.
A lot of laundry on the field this game. A lot of laundry.
Yeah, it has been raining yellow for the past 3 quarters now. Lots of penalties being taken on both sides, and yeah, they're going to send both to the box. I didn't really catch what had happened there. I'm not sure if we have an instant replay on it.
Looks like
doesn't matter.
Looks like we got unsportsmanlike on both of them. 1 minute.
I wasn't sure if they were just getting a little too physical, if they were chirping back and forth. Regardless, Redcoats on the power play, and they end up turning the ball over. Kane's probably going to look to slow clear here again.
They need to try to push it here and get it over and get it settled so that they can get their guys back on the field.
Absolutely. It's just a matter of this Tendy looks like he's got the athleticism to go for a run. Sometimes you got to take matters in your own hands, but no, they're going to be patient here. I guess it's a way to kill the penalty. Oh, that's an offside. Oh no, it is not. He's good. 33's there.
Good play, good recognition.
Out of B from number 4. Sullivan Russell, great athlete. Bylon now gets it. He's going to face dodge underneath. That's going to be saved on the doorstep. Really tough angle, try to dip that over to the far side. I like the idea, just didn't drop for him. Nice little goose here.
I think we got numbers here. If you
look at 15, Westmore. Look at this IQ play from Westmore. He says, no, let's get the offense on the field. Let's relax here, fellas. Great play from Moore. Good goose to himself, picks it up. And now Calderwood has the ball. He's just waiting for the penalty. I believe they're even strength. Yeah, no, just waiting for a call from the coach here, I think.
Settling it down, waiting for direction, take the right personnel on, and they know I think this is a big possession.
Yeah, it looks like they're...
After a great man down stand.
Absolutely. And, yeah, it looks like they were looking for that for Calderwood in the middle. Sometimes that's the problem with running set plays, right, is, sometimes you'll send the ball somewhere because that's what the set play is designed to do. but you got to remember to be a lacrosse player first. Number 20, Holden Schenkel, sends that over to Pylon, finishes his cut. Could have passed it to him maybe, but thought better of it. Slow it down. More than likely the better decision. And Steinhaus, he likes to go from behind here. I think he's going to carry to X and do exactly that. And they're really going to look to switch off with a pole.
Good recognition there.
And it's number 8, Owen Thake, who has the matchup. Now look at the face dodge on the other side.
Toe drag.
Excuse me, a toey. And then he tiptoes over to the crease and sends that one home. It's 7-2.
Holy Cross is just concentrating on the possible dodge from the far side. And they just rotated the ball, moved it twice, and put it in the hands and finish.
And here's the thing, the D is just, I think they're hedging over a little too much in that scenario. I don't think you really have to show that much there. And that's what's giving that attackman on the wing the ability to hit that toe drag and take it to the rack. But again, we talked about it earlier, you got to trust your teammates here. Sliding adjacent is just going to it's going to cause a lot of problems for your defense.
Yeah, but I think Governor Simcoe's realizing that they're sliding early and they're just moving the ball. They're finding the open man and just keep rotating.
Yeah, one could argue it creates offense for the other team, right? Owen Thake looking to pursue the ball. It goes up in the air, back towards the...
That. Is it a legal procedure? Oh, on the backside here, we had legal procedure. Blackwin
stepped
early
over the line, undisciplined.
On the offensive end.
Undisciplined. Can't have that in big games like this. These small, unforced errors, especially one as simple as that. Very avoidable.
We got the 5-on-5 with the lock again. Let's see if we're going to try to do a pick and go, give and go here. A little two-man game.
Yeah, these two on the pick play. I mean, that's just way too easy to defend. Picking somebody who's essentially stationary, but Pylon moves it to the other side, as there was nothing doing there on the righty side. Pylon back with the ball.
Now we're at a point here where Holy Cross may need to start pushing out. They need the possession before this game gets too far away.
Yeah, at what point do you start playing a little bit riskier, a little bit more high risk, high reward? Try to make some of these Governor Simcoe players make mistakes.
I think you need to figure out the guys that you want to pressure and have a call from the sideline and key on the right guys. Trust your defenders, trust their ability.
Couldn't agree more, and I think they could definitely utilize number 8, Owen Thake, the green machine, green cleats on the kid. Super talented. He's shown that he's very willing to make those hustle plays and extend out on offensive players.
Must be a Notre Dame fan. Maybe some national championship shout out there. Little Kavanaugh.
Little nod to the Fighting Irish, who just won a national championship in the NCAA. Once again, the Redcoats
Another throwaway.
send it out of bounds.
Simple game, pass and catch, right? Simple game. Oh, we got flags.
And the hat. Can we get a slow motion replay on that hat toss from the ref? He's been throwing that hat a lot.
Again, behind the play.
And it's Stein. Is it?
I think it's the Holy Cross defender there.
But it looks like Steinhaus might be going too, and he is.
Yeah.
And he is.
Maybe
So
the lock is, getting him off his game. He's getting a little frustrated.
well, there really is nothing more annoying. See how the Redcoats look to double on the sideline there. I personally love that as a coach, and this is another ample opportunity to spin move. And look, forces a turnover. Beliveau, number 23, has been an anchor back there. The hulking giant. And look at this. He wants the ball in the clear. He wants to go score a goal. I bet he will before the end of the game.
We got numbers.
Transition, too easy. Too easy for Cody McNeil. Great ball movement in transition. Holy, it is 8-2.
Neil is finding the ball on that backside and finishing every time.
He's automatic.
again, that's that transition game. It starts with the defense, it goes right up through the offense, and they get the numbers and move the ball, and a great finish.
And again, Canes gotta focus on getting in the hole, right? At what point, right? You gotta remember to worry about reverse transition. I know obviously offensive transition is important. You want to score a goal, but if you see your teammate getting doubled on the sideline there, you got to be thinking, I got to get back on defense in case we lose this.
Or even just supporting, right? I don't think he had any support behind him to move that ball.
I always like to say safety first. Have a release forward and backward at all times whenever you're on the offensive side of the ball.
Great face-off win here for Holy Cross.
Beautiful face-off. And look at this, slip play, and that is going to be passed to number 61, which is bobbled, and it goes towards the end line and out of bounds. Redcoats now with it.
Let's get the pressure ride here for Holy Cross, and hopefully they can generate a turnover.
One thing that is literally unstoppable, if you can do it correctly at this level, is a 10-man ride. I haven't seen one yet this tournament, but I think if you were to introduce a good 10-man ride, you'd have a lot of success in high school. But
sometimes it's tough though. You're playing four games in 2 days in the hot weather. That 10-man can take a lot out of your offense and your defense, but it's great to have in the playbook and throw it at the right times.
100%. I mean, and you'll notice on the sidelines, not a lot of deep benches, not a lot of 50-man rosters here at the tournament, right, for the Lacrosse Festival. So, as you're saying, yeah, mixing it from time to time. Our Steinhaus steps out of bounds, it looks like, and turnover, Canes ball. And, oh no.
Great recovery.
Oh, look at the pursuit here. It's going to be a 2-on-1 on the sideline. Nice roll back there.
Smart play and short stick.
Yeah, a lot of guys forgetting to clear. You can run backwards, right? Too many times I'll just see guys try to just, run through everybody. And you got to remember, you can just turn around and go to safety.
We have another flag on the play. I'm unsure what the call is. It's on Governor Simcoe.
Interested to see if the hat ends up hitting the turf, and it doesn't. Tried to find his teammate inside there, almost got lit up. Thankfully didn't.
I think he just got a 2-minute penalty on an unsportsmanlike.
So that'll be unreleasable then, correct?
All unreleasable. We're World Lacrosse rules. As long as it's a personal, it's unreleasable. And we got a smart timeout by, I believe, Holy Cross here to draw up something, as this is a key extra man offense possession.
What are you saying to your guys on the sideline here if you're on the Canes?
I think I'm just, play the game and trust the systems, right? I think you're going to go in, you're going to throw whatever offensive play that you're the most comfortable with and the guys want. I know I'd be personally asking them what they want, because usually what they want is what they trust and believe in. And then, they got to go quick here, get one quick goal, and then they got 2 timeouts, so I would use one right away to stop that 2-minute timeout and hopefully get the possession back to try to get 2 quick goals.
I couldn't agree more. Great tip for coaches out there, too, to ask your players what they want in a timeout, right? Because they're obviously going to have a much different perspective on the game versus what you're seeing on the sideline. So they might have picked up on something while they've been on previous power plays. So always good to get their immediate feedback and then obviously add in your own spice.
This is a well-coached Governor Simcoe team, and we'll see if they're able to have a great defensive stand here.
Yeah.
And I believe Holy Cross needs to still get that ball moving quicker. Right? I think they're not getting the defense to make those choices and find those 2-on-1s on the offside to find those easy shots and easy goals.
Well said. And if I'm, I think if I'm the Redcoats, I might try to get a little greedy here and try to jump maybe past number 2 or number 3, but that's just me. High risk, high reward guy. We'll see what they end up doing. but you also don't want to create offense for a team that can, you know, swing the ball the way that the Canes do. Now, the play is blown in. I'm not even sure if the goalie's ready.
Oh,
Excuse me, is it blown in?
Oh, they got 2 refs high.
Sorry,
There we go.
Looked,
now we're blown in.
That was very confusing.
I think for everybody on the field as well. So
It looked like they were getting into a look. Regardless, ball's in the shooter spot now.
it's a very perimeter extra man offense here. Nobody wants to get inside.
Yeah, they're really looking to stretch this defense. Makes me think that this guy from behind the cage, I'm not sure if you can see him back there. I think the look might be to him.
Maybe rolling backside on a strong hand. Here he is. Got them
Look
hung
at
up.
this. Hit that, and he does, but it
Nice
is.
save.
He is stoned by number 30.
You
on
gotta
the
change the
Redcoats.
planes when you shoot, kids. Gotta change the planes. You're making it easy for the goalie, shooting it right at his stick.
Let's just put it this way. Anywhere but his stick is a good shot.
Correct. Correct.
14 doing a good job in the clear here. Look at the grittiness from number 14 on the Canes, though.
They should have stayed in the.
We got 14
in the
on
double.
14.
Yeah, stayed in the double here, as they are a man up. Governor Simcoe's going to be happy just to try to ride out this penalty. Maybe I'm wrong. There he is.
One more to the crease, and it's Cody McNeil,
Cody's the regular.
the automatic machine
Yeah.
gun.
Get the ball to 11, and there's a good chance it's going to be in the back of the net. Another great find on the cut.
Yeah, he does such a great job as just recognizing when the defense starts to move and then moving with those slide rotations, right?
And just that one little fake there. Get the goalie moving.
Oh, yeah.
And then find the easy open net.
Once again, right, folks watching back home, finish going across the goaltender, okay? A couple reasons you want to do that. It increases your angle once again, and you also just have more net to shoot at, less chance of making a mistake.
Make the goalie move. Make the goalie move.
100%. Freeze him to the short side post, go to the far side post. And don't get too fancy. Don't get too fancy. That was a nice just little one fake bang in the back of the net.
It's a big net, 6x6. You don't have to do the 2-3 fakes like in box lacrosse, right? Get the goalie moving, then find it. Doesn't have to be hard, it just has to be accurate.
Exactly. 9-2 for the Redcoats. It looks like this one's starting to get away from the Canes. They just can't really generate anything. They've had ample amounts of opportunity on the power play. Just not really getting the looks that they want, not really getting the motion, the movement I think that they could be getting. And yeah.
Wish we had the referees mic'd up here to see what the coaches are asking about here. As we have both coaches and the referees at midfield. Not really a heated discussion, but it looks like it's an entertaining one.
Yeah, definitely interested to see what it is about. Could it potentially be a stick call? Because, I mean, hey, if I'm the Hurricanes, I'm looking for any way to get my team back in the game. If you see an illegal stick out there, you can call a kid on a legal stick and get a power play. I don't think that was the case in this scenario, though.
I think it was just maybe a question why there were so many unsportsmanlike calls, or what's happening, or what he could tell his athletes to make sure they stay out of the box. What the referees are looking for or calling. Right? Hopefully it was just a friendly conversation. Most likely not.
So often it doesn't go that way, but one can only hope.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll just say it
goals,
was. Yeah, we'll
quarter.
say it was.
Can Holy Cross come back and make this a game?
As I always like to say, I've seen crazier things happen.
It is lacrosse. They can happen quick.
Oh, yeah. Blink of an eye. Game can change.
Governor Simcoe is just going to stay to the game plan, long possessions, and try to drag it out. Just make Holy Cross, I think, run out of time here.
Yeah, every offensive possession should be 2 to 3 minutes. That should be the goal for the Redcoats in this final quarter coming up.
They might want to try, maybe we're going to see a little bit of the resting of some of the big dogs, as they will have, both teams will have a second game today.
Yeah, a little bit of strategy there. Making sure your personnel is rested up for the big one, right? Championship game, which will take place later today. One more semifinal to go after this.
I believe the other semifinal for this division is going behind us right now on the grass fields.
Oh, is that so? Been so dialed in over here.
It's a
I
beautiful
didn't even
facility
notice.
we have here in Keswick, though. Great couple days of lacrosse. It's been amazing, and thank you to Sutton and Keswick High School for putting this event on.
Yeah, some good facilities out this way. Rare to see turf fields at high schools, I feel like, in Canada. Very, very
That
nice.
have lacrosse lines as well. This is a bonus.
Yeah. No, it's great to see.
Great to see all these high school athletes out here competing for their schools. Right? Hopefully they got lots of fans at home, possibly watching and cheering us on this stream today.
Nice draw win for the Redcoats. 8 scoops that up. That's Dylan Rawson.
Rawson with the
Look
speed.
at the wheels. And he's going to slow things down, as expected for the Redcoats. Get personnel on the field. He rolls that up top to number 14, Max Delosio. Two-man game with Ari Steinhaus. He's going to keep it. Carry towards X. And now it's Pylon. At X, pick play. And he's going to get over top. Big stop from the Tendy. Wow. Right on the doorstep. Another flag is down.
What do we have here?
I think it may have been slash. Yep, it was. Now, let's take a look at the replay. Nice take here from Pylon. Great job by the Tendy. But yeah, where is it? Was it that last tack there, right towards the end?
I think it was, yeah, it was on Governor Simcoe, I believe, is the penalty. No. Or was it just a possession call?
Wait.
Because they must have got a penalty, time served, because they got the ball at center. They should have a man up here.
Yep. It's 6-on-5. Not really sure, yeah.
Hiding that guy at X, but he's kind of out of the play right now. They're almost playing 5-on-5. Let's see if they can utilize him. Maybe get some down cuts here.
It's almost, they're almost a little too extended, and they're not attacking the guys in the rotation when they have the ball to be able to find a one more that's potentially open, right? Like right now, we're dodging against a penalty kill unit, which typically, definitely not what you want to do. But hey, he's doing anything he can to try to generate some offense here.
Another great ground ball by 23 for Governor Simcoe.
Yeah, Beliveau is...
Again, he's pushing that ball quick in transition.
He's been absolutely stellar this game. Tons of GBs, tons of caused turnovers. An anchor for the Redcoats defense.
Athletic, tall, fast, long stick defender. Great to have on your roster.
That checks all the boxes for the characteristics that you want in a long pole. Tall, fast, strong. Yeah, I'll take it. And look at Ari Steinhaus with the wraparound attempt.
Oh, and a flag down.
Tries to throw that in backhanded. Once again, we got flags on the field. Apparently a cross check.
We had a cross check on the back before he started the dodge, or maybe it was a push.
I don't see a cross-check happening there whatsoever. I think these guys got to let these fellas play a little bit. But nonetheless, Redcoats go to the power play.
Great athletic play by Steinhaus to try to get that shot away on the come around from behind.
Yeah, nice little backhand attempt. Tandy did a great job of sticking with it. Redcoats still on the power play. Ball goes on the ground.
There we go.
10 scoops it up.
There.
And high to high. Heat does not fall. Oh, look at
He's got a long stick.
It's our friend Anthony Ferracci with a long stick now. He's a master of none. He can do it all. And now look at the transition opportunity here.
Settled the numbers. Smart play on 12 there to pull that out.
Yeah, definitely an IQ play. I think I would have probed a little bit more with having the short stick matchup, but you definitely want to kill the penalty here and make sure that that's taken care of first and foremost.
No, I think we're all even here, and now they need to attack. We need some goals from Lacrosse.
Yeah, they need to go. Time is of the essence. .55 now with it. That's Jessup. Let's move back to number 10, who is stripped periodically, but he recovers the GB. It's Johnston with it. Moves it up to Kinchin. Now, definitely taking their time on this possession, which is good to see. They're not forcing the ball. Looking for a good opportunity.
To get some off-ball movement here, and somebody needs to decide that they're the guy and try to dodge here to get something. Get that slide in the dump.
And I think we've got personnel potentially on the field that we haven't really seen today, if I'm not mistaken. But look at this drive here from 55. Jessup again. Switching to the left hand. And he's going to try to roll back to his right. Double comes. And it's a gritty defensive effort from Reef Steinhaus. Puts the ball on the ground. Scrum for the GB, and guess who comes up with it? It's Belleville. And he's just... he's taking his time on this clear. Let's put it that way.
More pressure on the ride.
Steinhaus.
Numbers here on a fast break.
Up the middle, it's going to be one more on the crease. Doesn't finish going across the 10 there. Great stop from number 98, Dunford.
You're going to see the Holy Cross defense push out a little bit here. Try to get this ball back. Or are they going to be content with Governor Simcoe, having a long possession here and slowing the game down?
I think off the end line, great option. If you force them to have a bad shot, get that silent double off the end line, and don't even really have to say anything, right? Just move into it. But not sure if they have it in their bag. Nice stop here again from the Tendy after a good step down attempt from the Redcoats.
Oh, what do we got here? More flags.
Now, these refs have a tendency to all throw the flags together, which is, it's pretty impressive seeing them do that perfectly in unison. Obviously, they're seeing the same things, which is good. They're consistent. But they are calling this tight. Quick restart.
Is that the side of the net? Yep.
I don't know.
Side of the net. There we go. Holy Cross needs to clear with the man down here.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, did they start that play? It seemed a little close to the net, wouldn't you say? Or maybe I
got
missed it?
fully outside the box, but
yeah.
Oh, let's find that. Lucy.
Oh, look at the hands.
Great.
Oh!
Needs to pull it out a little
No
bit
flag
there.
no flag on that play after he gets socked in the face. Redcoats back with the ball back the other way. It's just automatic for these guys in transition. That is beautiful ball work.
And great movement on a fast break. It's always tough for defense to try to slide as quick as the ball can move.
We talk about the one mores in lacrosse, right? Make the extra pass. Unselfish play. Well,
BTB,
let's talk
cross
about
crease finish.
Let's talk
Beautiful lacrosse play. It's a beautiful game when it comes together like that.
That was a nice two.
Yeah, guys sharing the ball, right? Not looking to get their own. Perfectly content with setting their teammates up for the finish. And
halfway through an 8-goal game.
yeah, it's 10-2. Jessup, the gritty play on the offensive side of things, definitely took one to the cage. Wanted to give him a quick shout out for showing some heart and hustle, battling for those GBs. Clearly a younger guy on the squad, going up against some pretty talented defenders over there.
Solid hands on that ground ball and great grit.
100%. Keep the stick in your hands, kid.
I think we got it on the back. Hold. There we go.
Now, yeah, it's going to be Calderwood with it to get the restart going here. They're still man down, so they got to kill this penalty, but at the same time, got to get the ball to rack. Almost gets stripped, still comes out with it. Now we're back to even strength. It's Crow with it. Nice little dodge. Slice comes.
Play.
Oh, look at that.
Great shot.
Bouncer.
Can't teach that one. Nice high bouncer to the far side. Great effort. Great realization on that two-man.
High bouncer is a great shot to have in your bag. Especially, there's certain turf fields where the ball just it'll pop right off the turf, right? So, definitely a situational shot depending on where you're playing, and clearly a good one on this turf field. Seen a lot of them scored the past couple days. Nice take, nice goal.
Solid possession for Holy Cross there. Hopefully they can build off that and get a few more and they keep going.
Yeah, well, we are approaching 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They got to go, and they got to go fast. Last 3 minutes will be stop time, of course. But they got to get this ball here. And they don't come out with it. Redcoats get it. Nice little cause turnover there.
Still,
and that's going to be on the back, so it's going to be
There we go. Holy
Hurricanes
Cross
ball.
ball, and they did a late change there. If they have numbers, they got to realize they need to go here. They should have pushed that play.
Send it one more. They still have an opportunity. The recovery's slow getting back in regardless. Shot over the cage. Nice little possession shot for the Kings to restart. Jessup back with it now on the wing. And we're going to keep the pole on the field. That's number 8. We were talking about him earlier. The green machine, Owen Thig.
They go off the ball on mine.
And it's Calderwood back with it.
Yep.
He manages to get a step. Roll. Wow.
I think he utilized his long stick on that shot. Got a little more space and time, but great look and great finish. As we're at the end of the game. That snuck up on us.
So, yeah, I guess that is the end of the game there. Whatever was on the screen for the broadcast, 3 minutes left. Nope. Really, that was the last 10 seconds. So, good game of lacrosse here. I think the story of the game is really transition, special teams.
Yeah, it looks like, Governor Simcoe controlled the ball on offense, made the smart plays, capitalized on the transitions for sure, as Cody, number 11 there for Governor Simcoe, had a great game at attack and put a lot of balls behind the goalie.
Yeah, not many scored on the power play. I'm not even sure if they actually got one for Peterborough's squad, Holy Cross, which is tough to see, right? So, a valiant effort on their end. They didn't give up. They played right to the end, which is good to see. But,
Overall,
solid game.
pretty solid lacrosse game, and good luck to both these teams as Governor Simcoe moves on to the final. And Holy Cross, they can still come out with the bronze here as they move to the bronze medal game later this afternoon.
Still playing for something, right? So they got that to look forward to. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll have more lacrosse for you in a little bit. We are live here on Rogers TV. If you go to the Georgina homepage, we'll actually be broadcast and embedded right on there. So, yeah, we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you very much.